Welcome back, everyone. I hope you've been enjoying the stories. This prompt is called This is the Way It's Always Been. These are the words my grandmother used to say when a curious story without a satisfactory ending was to begin. We were rapt with attention, as that was the required pose during these sessions of historical storytelling. She began telling us something about her family in Russia and the certain superstitions that were followed from one to the next, as this is the way it's always been. No one could remember where it started or who first uttered these fateful words. The tales were filled with lessons about life in one way or another. My grandmother had hope against hope that we would glean brilliance from her words. I was and remain hard-headed, asking too many questions, especially when things such as these stories didn't make much sense to me. However, I was a curious, sensitive child who observed everything around me, and such stories were so old and foreign to my life, they didn't fit into one of my little boxes inside my brain. This was unsettling. I didn't know then that I would remember them deeply in my soul, where I kept all these pieces of her life, and they would float up, bit by tiny bit, into my consciousness later when I needed gems of wisdom. As it turned out, many years later and long after my grandmother passed, I am flooded with her through her words and stories. She lives on there, in a now expanded box in my mind that has found its way to own my heart. This is the way it's always been: comfort, sameness, home to my soul, and the familiar, the soft leather shoe that fits sweetly without effort. No growth here, just delicious remembering, smells, feeling, memories endlessly finding their way from my heart to my mind, running like a ticker-tape, one after the next. Who could imagine so many of these ways it's always been would feel so real now? My life has been lived in this crevasse, seeping out from time to time for air, into the sunshine for a new way, new roads that no longer are the way it's always been. The end. Thank you.